Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of What Are You Reviewing, Dave? Today we're looking at Hours. This is one of Paul Walker's final films before he tragically passed on. It is actually a very good movie. It focuses on a solitary character confined in a hospital during the wake of Hurricane Katrina. But enough of that, you will hear all about that in my review, which you will hear right now. Hours is a drama thriller starring the late Paul Walker, Genesis Rodriguez, Judd Lorman, and directed by Eric Heisserer. The film is set in 2005 during the wake of Hurricane Katrina and focuses on Nolan Hayes, who has just lost his wife during childbirth. However, his daughter was born 5 weeks too early, and as a result, she's placed inside a neonatal incubator until she's able to breathe on her own. The problem is, Katrina decides to unleash her full fury, which causes the hospital to be evacuated. Nolan's baby cannot go with due to the limitations of the incubator, which means that only Nolan remains with his baby until help can arrive. And once the power from the generator shuts down, the incubator switches over to a rather weak battery, meaning that Nolan must do what he can in order to keep his infant daughter alive. Hours is one of those movies which focuses on just one character in isolation, very similar to 127 Hours and Phone Booth. I particularly enjoy these types of films as it takes great script writing and enormous amounts of imagination in order to keep the audience fixated on a solitary character for just over 2 hours. And Hours is able to pull this off with just the right amount of suspense in the film. The main antagonist is Time, which is constantly fighting against the character, and you feel that tension, and you have a sense of understanding with the level of fatigue that he has to endure. Now, Hours does have its flaws though. The film starts off with a full cast, but is ultimately whittled down to just Paul Walker. When the film kicks into this solitary mode, it seems to struggle to find its feet and seems to stumble a bit as the first 10 minutes or so just drag by with rather dull and pointless soliloquies which fail in establishing a relationship with the character. This, however, does not last long, as once the tension gets started, you sit right back up and start taking notice. Now, of course, I do have to mention that Paul Walker played his part brilliantly, and it serves as a reminder of his acting abilities. The film was released just 2 weeks after his death, and I'm pretty sure that the cinemas were packed on the opening day, as fans remember that really cool guy from The Fast and the Furious. Ultimately, Hours might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I do urge you to watch it, as it does contain some great storytelling and just shows how cruel time can be. So that in mind, Hours gets a ticking 7 out of 10. My name is David Braz, and thanks ever so much for watching my video review. If you do want to see more, then please hit that subscribe button.